Welcome back to Great Day Washington. This segment is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. Can you believe it is tax time already? Well, today we have some tips and insight for you during this tax filing season. Tip number one, file now and don't wait for tax day. But here with more advice, we have Mark Stieber, who is the Chief Tax Officer at Jackson Hewitt. Welcome to Great Day.
Very exciting time. Go get that money time.
See, people, I feel like, procrastinate on this time,
Millions.
and they want to avoid it. What could taxpayers do right now to prepare to file their taxes?
Well, know this, 2 out of 3 people get a refund every year. That's 100 million taxpayers are waiting on money. So the whole wait till later to get the money, that makes no sense. File early, get your money early. It's a pretty simple concept. Well, I'm probably not getting a refund, or I'm going to owe. Well, you don't know till you file. And so here's a second reason to file early. If you're going to owe, or you think you're going to owe, your crypto made money last year, you file early, you still don't have to pay. You file early, lock up your data with the IRS so some poacher or person who bought it can't swoop in and steal your refund, but you still don't have to pay. You can have your bank account debited, you can write a check, or even have your credit card charged on April 15th. A final reason to file early, because we're trying to incentivize people not to procrastinate, at least at Jackson Hewitt this year, we have a double your refund sweepstakes, where 2 winners a week have their refund doubled. Now, I was asked, suppose I owe. Do I owe twice as much? No, we have an award for you too, and a whole host of secondary winners. So file early, get your money. File early if you think you're going to owe and you still don't have to pay. File early to lock your data up with the IRS so a poacher can't get it, and file to possibly double your refund.
Okay. Is there anything different we should be aware of for this tax filing season?
There are things different every year. There's changes in the law. This year there's 2. There were some green energy credits put in, so if you own a home or bought an alternative vehicle, tell your tax pro to get some of those credits. A bigger one this year is the new 1099-K. If you're getting paid money through your business, through those third-party payment apps like Venmo or PayPal or Apple Pay, if you've gotten more than $600 in a year, you're going to get a 1099-K. Now, for 2024, this year that we're talking about, it's a $5,000 transition year. But if you're getting paid through those electronic payment platforms and it's more than $5,000, you're going to get a 1099-K, and so is the IRS, so you're going to have to manage that on your tax return.
Okay, so be aware of that
when
you go to sit down with somebody. When should you expect your federal tax refund?
Well, back to our first point, you expect it after you file. So if you're just waiting around for your money, it's not coming. But if you file, 9 out of 10 people get their refund in about 21 days. A lot less if your data's the same, your bank account's the same, your mailing address is the same. And here's 2 critical points. You electronically file your taxes. That's not just do it on a computer. It's send it, whether you do it yourself or with a pro, to the IRS. And secondly, you electronically deposit that refund. No paper checks in the snail mail. Electronically file, electronically deposit, about 2 weeks probably.
So the money comes to you faster.
Money comes to you faster and safer.
Okay, if you do the electronic version. Okay, scams. I feel like I am already getting calls. You don't know what to trust. What should our viewers be looking out for when it comes to scams?
Those smash and grabbers are so terrible, and they're more creative and bold every year. 2 things to keep in mind. The IRS never texts or emails or calls you. So if somebody calls you and says, I'm from the IRS, we need to confirm your data or your bank account or whatever. That is probably a lie. And a good tax pro, just walk in, play it for them, let them read it, they'll laugh at it, and then they'll take it down and report them. But they do not call, they do not email, and they do not, contact you unless you've contacted them first. Secondly, and this one's equally important, even paper is not totally safe. So if you're going to interact, make sure you double check and just be sure. Now, here's a final thing to know. It may say IRS on the phone or on the text or on the email. That's probably fake too. Again, if you didn't start it, they don't source it. So just watch out. And then, like your mama probably told you, if it sounds too good or it sounds kind of scary, you check with a pro, they'll figure it out.
I feel like they're always using urgency.
Urgency,
like, we need you right
keep
now.
your grandson out of jail, just give us your bank account, send us $500, and for God's sake, avoid the credit card, the debit cards, the gift cards. If they're asking for that, number 1 red flag, the IRS does not want your gift cards.
Don't make this more complicated, right? We already have to do our taxes. Thank you for all the advice and encouragement to get this done early today. For more information on all things taxes, you can head to jacksonhewitt.com.